Okay, Sunday. Been hiking for about 2 hours and 2 hours and 20 minutes maybe. I started at Deep Gap, North Carolina, and then summited Standing Indian Mountain. Had my lunch up there. There was 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 6 people up there total at different times. Little view up there. To get to the summit, you have to take a side trail. And so I went up there, had a nice little view to the east, and got to be out in the sun for a while. So now we're hitting on a stretch that is just kind of a rolling stretch, maybe a little bit of up and down. This is the scenery kind of changes. Sometimes it can almost appear like just a hardwood forest, and then other time you get into rhododendron and azaleas and just other things that you would kind of see more in the in Georgia and in the Smokies. So, but anyway, I thought to give you a view this way. Videos I've done before, I've done them from my trekking pole, looking back at me, and I really think you get a little bit better view looking the opposite way. So today I got a late start. I didn't get started till about must have been about 11:15 Eastern time, and so I got to push out more miles than I want to today. So usually you average, if you average 2 mile an hour, that's decent, and we're going to pump that out today definitely. So anyway, I'll just kind of let you watch the view here, and I might talk every once in a while, but just to give you an idea of what I see. Since it is kind of a level spot and it's not going uphill, if I was going uphill, you would likely be able to hear my heart on the back side of this GoPro beating, and you'd probably also hear me panting a little bit. So, but anyway, I'll shut up for a second and just kind of walk. There's a white blaze, signify that we're on the AT. If you don't see one of those in every 100 yards or so, you might want to be looking, because you might have got off the trail onto another trail. There's all other kinds of trails down here. There are blue blaze trails, which are side trails, and there's other long trails down here besides the AT. I will say that I'm going, probably the actual distance I'm going to hike is probably close to 55 miles. Started on a Sunday, and midday, or not midday, but very late morning, and going to finish up Wednesday, probably sometime late Wednesday afternoon. So I need to pump out 15 miles a day. No doubt. The thing that's going to affect me here is there are chances of storms each and every one of these days. A couple things that you got to worry about. If you're up on a ridge line, that's not a good place to be when there's lightning. Another thing is you get wet. And even though right now the temperature's probably in the upper 70s, it's cooler inside the shade, and you get wet, and you can become hypothermic, or not really so much hypothermic, I guess, at this temperature. But you just got to be careful. It's very difficult to wear a rain jacket when it's this warm and it's raining, because it's just like wrapping yourself in saran wrap. You can't hardly stand it because you're so hot. So a lot of times, you just put your pack cover on to keep your pack goods dry. I also have a liner inside my pack to protect everything in there as a second defense against the water. But really hoping that we can dodge a lot of this rain. I don't mind it if I get some little showers or something. It's not too bad. I can deal with it. I don't mind getting a little bit wet, but if we start getting these downpours and it gets miserable, that's not fun, especially if it's happening when you're setting up or breaking camp, because you're sitting there trying to put your tent up or take your tent down and get your stuff all in your pack, and it's just miserable. And then you got to hope that you can get some sun out, get some open areas, and get your stuff out and get it dried out. So anyway, well, at least you saw kind of a taste of what's going on here. So I'll shut this off until we come up on something else that's maybe a little bit more scenic. But this kind of just gives you an idea of some of the scenery that you see when you're walking here. So later.